Hello, and welcome to my first look at Dragonscale Monastery. Let's see, it's based on mountains is valuable. Yes. Yes. This is a limited building area, game where obviously dragons are in play. Oh, and there's some winged creatures moving in the background of a little settlement. I imagine dragons may offer some sort of protection if we live harmoniously with them. It could be a interesting game where essentially there's expanding your settlement while at the same time pleasing your dragons to keep bad events from happening. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Again, space is valuable, so we'll figure out what it has for us. Alrighty, so here we are in the game. We're basically um a some sort of holy order that's a succession to another holy order that tried to revive dragons, failed. Now we're taking up their work. We have arrived, found the last dragon. This dragon is basically old and ready to pass, but has a dragon egg. This is going to be the start of our quest. From this dragon edge, all dragons.
Here where we found the last dragon, we shall build our monastery. But first we need resources. Let's start gathering stone and wood.
Okay, so click on the mark deposit, assign. Okay. Wait until the monk collects, so let's go ahead and I mean, we might as well go ahead and no idle monks available. You have 3 monks, the maximum. Alright. So let's go ahead, heat up a bit. Alright. And more. Keep collecting. And wood. And stone. Let's go collect more wood. Collect more stone.
The
Alrighty.
great work cannot wait. A dragon egg lies dormant until it feels the warmth of flames. With a device designed by Nenive, we shall imitate the fire of dragon parents.
Okay. So we need to click on the hammer to do an incubator. Okay, okay. Okay. So, how much space can rotate? Okay, we can rotate. Yeah, I think that's a good spot for it. Assign a monk. Waiting till the monks bring the resources. Alright, carry on. Oh, very good. All right. Incubator. No idle monks. Here we go. Turning to stone. You don't want it to turn to stone. That would be a bad thing. We need to heat that egg. Incubate. Okay.
Once the fire in the incubator is started, it should never go off. A cooling egg would eventually turn to stone, and that would mean the great work is forfeit. Wood is scarce on the Dragonscale mountain, and yet we have to turn some of it into fuel.
Okay. That would do it with 5. Okay.
Only the most dedicated have joined me on the mountain so far, but now, when we incubate the egg that is tangible proof of our mission, our monastery gains renown, and more novices are willing to join. Whenever renown goes up, and with every passing month, new faithful will appear.
Okay. So there's kind of a renown as we're creating fuel here. Let's see. No longer turning to stone, we're actually incubating. We're actually chopping the wood that we have. Click the monk. Okay. Alright. Want to build novice quarters. I do like that you can just click on this instruction and get, like, more information about how to... Oh, that's... Yeah. Let's make these novice quarters. So it has housing for 3. The novice quarters can carry 7. I like that. Wait until the monks bring resources, provide accommodation. I assume at some point we'll get to go work in other areas. Will it be like a forester or something? Very soon here we're going to start running out of wood. You're making fuel. Going into this. Okay, so you also...
The weather is changing, and even my faith falters when I think of the coming winter. We have to build a better storage for our resources, or our wood gets wet and our fire dies, along with the egg.
Okay. Let's deal with the vault here. I assume at some point we're going to get something to get spring water back into. This should be fine. Under construction. Building a little base here. Getting a vault in place. Slightly worried about how many resources I have. I think I'm going to need to do out of water. That's not going to be happy. Hopefully the next water.
Now that there are more monks in the monastery, we need to take care of proper water supply. According to our writings, Abbess Nineveh sang prayers to dragons of the underworld for 7 days, and on the 8th day, a sacred spring appeared on the mountain. That spring should still be here somewhere.
Okay. We've got a spring now. Good stuff. There we go. We've got water again. Granted, it's going to go very quickly, given how much water is needed here. But at least it collects quickly. So it should hopefully get these conditions. There we go.
We drank water in silence, for it was a gift from worms beneath. With water secured, we need to take care of our dwindling supply of food. We will plant the same squash that Monasterium occultum farmed, the only vegetable that would grow this high on the mountain.
Okay. Then we're going to see there. Crystal shards. I don't necessarily think we can assign someone to it yet. Got that. Lots of storage there. Slowly producing. Maybe this game is about getting to like just what the egg hatched for this demo. Let's see. Oh, light feeder. Okay.
With our basic supplies secured, we can expand. But we still have to make sure that we don't run out of wood. We can't forget our mission when caring only for our own survival. And so, we shall farm goats. not for food for ourselves, but for the dragons we will raise.
Okay, so we also need to farm goats. Feed dragons. Okay. Slightly worried about one there, one there, one there, one there. So I've got 2 people left. Very soon I might need one more. Slowly producing squashes. Collecting water, that's very good. Monastery level 2. Okay, so they can go off each other.
Studying Nenev's notes, I realized that fire will not be enough to hatch the dragon. There is also a sacred rite, and I don't know how to conduct it. We need to risk it all, traveling to the old camp of Conventum Saurischian, hoping that we find some notes on the ritual there.
So, start an expedition. Alright. And now I have sent...
I noticed a gleaming stone on a higher stone ledge. It must be one of the legendary minerals that resonate with dragon's power. We may need it for the ritual, but we can't reach the ledge without proper ropes.
Okay. Rope. Gur. Okay. I fit this. Can't super fit it in there, but running out a little bit. 9 units per season. 4.2. Okay. Should be fine enough. Okay. Okay. Back to the monastery. Okay. Get back to the monastery. I'm slightly concerned. Should be sheltering just fine. 73, yeah. 10 monks is. Ooh, I'm that's- okay. They're working. Still progress. Still doing your thing. If we lose one monk, we should be able to recruit a replacement. One replacement is not the end. They have returned safely. Okay. Rope.
Our monks brought back the vines that grew in the cave. Would it be possible to make ropes out of them that would survive even in the harsh conditions of the Dragonscale mountain?
Yes. The answer is yes. We got a little more wood. And there's no other expedition quests at the moment. Very good. Working on some rope. Got plenty of water. Got meat. We've got a little bit of leather. You're actually building up some more advanced goods. Actually make things a little bit more complicated here. We're definitely going to need more space. We have this little monastery. So, obviously got tool makers, I guess dragons, mining, social, they call this research. The vault is research. Ew, ew. But then we're going to need to make a bridge. Get access to sunlight. Ropes. Super important. Alright. Rope created.
Our supplies are running low, but with goat hides for insulation, we can build huts that would become a steady, if slow, source of stone and wood.
Logger's hut. Oh. There we go. 4 units per season. not necessarily great, but I love that this R button just lets you get that. Verticality. Okay, waiting. This has to happen. Thankfully, this goat cannery hide. Don't think it. There we go.
Abbess Nenevi managed to reach even higher on this very mountain, and we have to try too. Let's hope the ropes hold.
All right. Build a bridge. Alrighty. Oh, and that'll open us up to a whole new area. Would be it'll be something else up there. But there's also got to be like ways down here, because you should totally be able to build down there based on kind of what I'm seeing here. Especially if you want things to progress any kind of full way, but this does have very nice just.
Today, one of the monks heard something moving within the egg. We are close. Let's hurry up and collect the mineral.
Let's collect it. Now, the thing with if you put something on this kind of tight of space, you leave a little bit of like, well, there's nothing much you can do. So it becomes a little bit of like it's too tight, so there's just a
You need
prescribed
to
build
upgrade
order.
incubator to put mineral in it.
Okay. How do we upgrade that? Click on the building. Click on the lock by tutorial. Where is the upgrade button? Oh. Okay.
Mystical minerals affect the mind and the body of newborn children, human as well as draconic. You are now ready to get your first dragon order.
Alright. Click on the contracts. Maybe like they will give you an egg. I'm really unsure.
To start building on a shelf, you need to store resources there. But to do this, you need a porter.
is that I assume to build the next kind of thing. I'm not sure. At least now I have plenty of like resources. I have a slow trickle. Got one free monk. Got meat.
A porter may only carry goods to another porter's building or to a temporary storage facility. First, create the second one on the new shelf.
Okay. Good. Yes. Have to create a stockpile.
He will need construction resources to build on the new platform. Use the porter building to transport them.
Okay. Resource. Then above 5. Stockpile. Then above 5. Stockpile. Fuel goes up a bit during this time. About 5 per season. Alright, we're still making enough. For the time being. Appropriate progress. Uh, well, it has 2. Just take that out there. Go. Have the crazy bridges. So I suppose when this rope maker is fully gone, we can turn the rope maker down. Then we're going to need some more of. At least here there should be stone and wood.
Only small amounts of resources can be stored in the stockpile, and it is a temporary solution. Build a warehouse to gain shelf autonomy.
One thing that would be really helpful, I could kind of like grid. And is paused. You have everything has been turned into rock. Then I guess we take down the stockpile once we have a vault. Alright. They are going to make you have, like, your own vault on each shelf. Very interesting. So here, then, I'll probably... Am I going to have to constantly, like, move water here? Like pumpkins? That could be a thing. Like, so maybe what this place is actually doing is... Surviving. Okay.
It's time for the monks to populate the ledge, thanks to which they will reach the buildings there faster, resulting in greater efficiency.
Novice quarters there. So you're gonna choose... Why can't I choose... Am I going to need to build another quarter thing? I'm shocked I can't take it to a vault. Okay.
We want to help dragons develop. Let's build a building that will allow you to train your dragon.
Have to go somewhere in particular. Porter building 2. That's 2. Dragon. Going through winter. Can we have wood over here? It's just like disappearing and going nowhere. So annoying. Have to chew this stockpile. Feels like it's disappeared. Sending it there previously. Can't see where to build it. With a thing like this, where you're like, hey, we're gonna move basic, kind of storage kind of stuff. The vault, you would think a vault would be like, you could just have some basic kind of stuff here. But no. And now this comes here. Now we can have a porter building. This porter now carry stuff. Now this will get built up. What I'm hoping to do on this mountain is also have just some base resources come in here. So, what I would like to do, porter building, till there are 5 there, and then pumpkins until 5. And send there. Order. Till 5. That way, this space can just be like, there we go. I should have people here. Why can't my monks get to this space? Okay. There we go.
When the egg is ready to hatch, we shall carry out the rite, singing hymns and meditating, linking our thoughts and wills with the nascent dragon.
Hatch one dragon. It has to be on the same area, and I just totally messed myself up by. Hatch egg.
This first hatched egg is just the beginning of our sacred mission. The dragon baby takes its first tentative steps into the garden of dragon lilies.
Okay.
Feed the baby dragon as soon as possible. The meat will allow him to gain strength and tame him with the monks. We must be very careful. We do not know how the dragon will react to meeting a human.
Okay. So, order building. We need to send to there until it has 25. Yes. All right. The question here. Okay, so you don't have to. You can pause that. There's no eggs to eat at the moment. Okay. You're sending above there. You've got cabbages there, cabbages there. Okay. Let's think. Are we also going to send that nonsense here? I still don't know why I can't do that. But we can't accept any more monks. My monks are kind of doing their thing. My you're setting out there. It's because it's over there. It's like if this would not have been able to have been built here. We're working on order. Transport from. I don't want from. Transporting from. Are you like working at bringing over stuff? Doesn't feel like you're working at. Reaches adulthood. And it needs food. Also feels very slow. Like, this is not really moving things very quickly. You need meat. Storage. There's fuel. Feels like the transportation issues, like, it just feels very slow to transport. So if you're like, hey, you should have stuff like this place has some basic stuff. And it's not actually really moving it very quickly. If like this is what you're moving, like you need to be able to prioritize if this is how slow it's going to be. And it's going to be like, well, here, or if this is the priority order of it, like, could this actually move the resources? So if you have a game where it's like, we need to send these resources, it needs to be able to send them like this generally pretty regularly, pretty easily. Because this is just painful. Like, you're waiting, or could you put haulers kind of in a haulers network? You know, but maybe, you want to have something here. Okay, so there comes the meat. The meat then is then brought to this building, and then it's brought over. Okay. And now it's done. I don't even get to look anymore. Okay. Just bring meat to the dragon. Um so I do think it's, kind of interesting with like their little monastery and the kind of the whole function and the build up here. Um but at the same time I'm like, can and eventually unlocking things where you can, chop some lumber and get some stone. So you want to keep the areas around those deposits clear for obvious reasons. Um, but the other thing I guess I would do for this game, if they're like, we're gonna grow goats, and obviously they need to do it so you can get some hides and get some whatever else going on. But it's just, you know, they have you expand to the second shelf, and the whole reason to expand to the second shelf is to basically um, have enough place to put down your dragon, like kind of hatchery kind of thing, um, your little garden thing, and then the the transportation mechanism is a little just kind of slow. I don't I don't kind of know, maybe they could have a capacity for it, like how fast it would be done, how much you want to send, maybe a limit on how much it sends at once, and you can set up like kind of reoccurring things like targets. So you can be like, send this immediately, you can kind of prioritize stuff, and then, send from there. Although, kind of with other porter kind of buildings, it could be an interesting kind of thing of, you know, could things be brought on demand? And maybe the porter buildings kind of create a trade network efficiency. So the more things being produced, maybe it can only produce so many things. So how quickly things can be moved, is a dependent function of how many porters and how much needs to be transported. And so the porters will automatically transport what needs to be transported, but local production and reduces the need for you know intra-shelf transportation to fulfill that need, and obviously having enough porters could do that as well. Um, so it's also you know kind of something there where maybe each porter just helps help the porter network. But that is something to see there. Obviously, they've got a working game here. They've got some nice artwork going on. Obviously, it's got its nice, very nice dragon theme to it. So where you're both building up this civilization, but at the same time, it's built around having to make sure you can also do your dragon hatchery work. Um, but you know, also at the same time, I'm kind of worried about a you know prescribed build order in this game. Obviously, when you're trying to first start off, having a little bit of tutorial, kind of so you're unlocking what you need as you need it, so you learn all the different things that you need. That's kind of important. But it would also in this game, they did a very lovely job with I think this handcrafted mountain. But at some point, if it just becomes you can play the game once, maybe twice, um, then because it's essentially one path, and it can be a fun path and story, and you'll maybe play it once, maybe twice, but then once you've done it, you've done it. That's the slight worry I have with this game is how much space will it have for repetition and replayability. And it's hard to say with just a short demo, because you'd have to see whether they have a bunch of different mountains. If there are some mountains like where the build order is slightly inverted, you know, where they change up what you need when. Like this is plentiful on this mountain, so you don't need to do it, and this is difficult, so it becomes a effort of where you put your energy. All sorts of fun things that you could explore. But for now, I want to say thank you very much for joining me, and be seeing you.